What's up, you guys? Welcome to the January 25th edition of NBA 3-Ball, presented by Establish the Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher, getting ready to break down the Sunday action, hit a little bit of news from the weekend as well in 10 minutes. Hit the thumbs up for us, please, and I hope you are subscribing on our YouTube channel. Let's get to was really the only big injury news of the weekend. That's Devin Booker pulling his hamstring. Did not play on Saturday. This is his left hamstring, and at least the third time he strained this left hamstring. 2 times in 2018, missed 6 games in the last time, and after the game, Monty Williams said, "We're not really sure. I've been told it could be day-to-day, depending how it feels. Could be another week." Also mentioned the day after, it's a bit sore, so that's something we're going to be careful with. So, I mean, they're off until Wednesday, but I think it's probably a decent chance he misses that game too. And we saw Cameron Johnson start at the 2, really close there, as he almost just shifted to that position for the most part. Saw a little bit of Abdel Nader mixed in as well. But Jake Crowder stepped into the starting lineup, saw big minutes, and it was a really thrilling game. Both those games were really good against the Nuggets. And, Jokic versus Luka today should be really, really fun. They both had season highs against each other on January 7th, so I'm pumped for that. But just with the Suns, another highlight for the Suns, too, was DeAndre Ayton's kind of like fixed, which we talked about in the second half of last week. A lot of kind of repeating news from Monday, but we had D'Angelo Russell, who rested in the last game. He's on an injury report now with a quad injury, a little concerning there. The Wolves came off a big win after, without D'Angelo. Ricky Rubio played well. Jared Culver had a pretty good run. He was talked up by Brian Saunders after the game, so he was outstanding. Also, Jared Vanderbilt had a great double-double, first double-double of his career, and Jordan McLaughlin filling in. So, yeah, we'll see. Ricky Rubio played pretty well. Saunders said after the game that's kind of the Rubio that he loves. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with D'Angelo. Hopefully he doesn't miss any more time. Let's move to the basketball action, and big win for Tampa Bay today. The Tampa Bay Raptors, also the football team, may have had a big win today too. But yeah, no Pascal Siakam, no Kyle Lowry, no problem. Big win, great defense. Stanley Johnson got the start, and before the game, Nick Nurse was saying that the only reason why he was concerned for not playing Stanley Johnson was because of foul trouble. So he wanted to start him, even against these double bigs, which really goes to show you how much he trusts Stanley Johnson. They used non-center lineups in this game, including closing with it. Their closing lineup was Van Vliet, Norm, DeAndre Bembry, Stanley, and OG. OG guarding Domantas Sabonis was just big time. 5 steals in the first half. My God, OG baby, it's on. This is what we've been hoping for. Usage rates climbing into the mid-16s. Offense is coming around. He's such a gifted steals guy. You see guys just get volume steals, but he has so many just getting into passing lane steals. He's so good. Yuta Watanabe also had a pretty good run. I mentioned how tired he was after the game. Only 2.2 minutes of double center lineups with Boucher and Baines, which was a surprise. 9 minutes total on the year. So if we see Siakam miss time in a rematch, we'll probably see a lot of Stanley Johnson again. He just played great. But OG was the star here. Pacers couldn't get the win. Domantas Sabonis horrible, 1 of 10. Brogdon struggled, 5 of 22. Just all credit to the Raptors. That's what Nate Bjorkgren said after the game. He said after the game too, this is noteworthy for DFS, that he expects a rotation change, possibly a starting lineup change. So, I mean, I think they need more ball handlers out there to help out Brogdon. Jeremy Lamb handled the ball a lot in the second unit. He said he likes Jeremy Lamb in the second unit, but I think that's the move. I think you put him in there for McDermott or even Aaron Holiday for either his brother or Doug McDermott, but got to expect them to play better. But again, credit to the Raptors and Nick Nurse. He knows his guy, Nate Bjorkgren, who's kind of a disciple of his. Just fantastic game planning. And also should just add, Miles Turner, what a line. Aggressive on offense, shooting the jumper. He has this pad on the outer right side of his hand, probably where the fractures, you would assume. And he's still stroking, he's still attacking the basket. He looks just as good as ever. So mad props to going out there playing with a broken hand. Thunder played the Clippers pretty tough here. Couldn't get the win after a rough start, but this team has a tough time generating offense. They don't score off cuts a lot, and the Clippers' defense is really good. So even props just to keep this game close after they got blown out in the last game. After the game, Mark Daigneault said he really likes how Hamidou Diallo was driving. Bale really called it a moral victory, basically. Isaiah Roby continues to play great. First double-double for him. Shea, obviously, he's going to get his. He's found his groove offensively. Lou Dort, first game without a 3, believe it or not. He's played great. George Hill had a good game. May rest today in the back-to-back, something to watch, which would help Diallo. Clippers get a big game out of Kawhi Leonard again. What else is new? But the headline here is Paul George didn't play late because he had some hammy tightness. very noteworthy because he had hamstring issues last year that really limited him, especially in the second half of the year before the bubble. So got to keep an eye out on his status. Hopefully he doesn't miss time. Hamstrings, man, they're really scary. Hamstrings and quads, that backside of the legs have been something to watch. So that would be more time for Luke Kennard. Lou Williams would see more time as well. And they'll maybe mix and match, maybe find some Terrence Mann minutes. But yeah, keep an eye on PG. Cavs got smacked, and there were quick hooks galore. After the game, JB Bickerstaff said, "We'll take this ass whooping and hopefully be better tomorrow night." They are on a back-to-back, so possibly looking out for guys, although with the light minutes for Drummond, Sexton, and the like, expect those guys to play today. We saw some JaVale McGee, Jared Allen front court minutes in the first quarter, which was kind of surprising. But yeah, this team just didn't have it. JB was saying like, "Oh yeah, we basically played like we had nothing to prove because they had a 3-game winning streak going." So pretty much just throw this one out the window. Obviously, a little concern here with Andre Drummond because Jared Allen's playing great behind him. So it's looking like it's going to be close to a split after we thought it might be like 28-20. Jaylen mother effing Brown, 33 points in 19 minutes. The most points scored in under 20 minutes in the shot clock era. Just ridiculous. And I compare him to Brandon Ingram for last year because he's improved so many areas as a scorer in like such a big way. Catch and shoot, off the dribble, even passing, like driving, like all these things. It's just he's improved across the board. So like I'm kind of buying his play. It's just crazy. After the game, Stevens said he's in a great rhythm as a scorer and he's not playing passive at all. And we'll see what happens with Jason Tatum. Should be back soon. Kemba Walker is not going to play on Monday's scheduled rest, which we kind of knew this was going to happen. He's probably not going to play any back-to-backs, maybe all season, so no surprise there. Then we'll see what happens with the double big lineup, which was great today. It was terrible coming in. We'll obviously probably see a lot less of it once we get Kemba and Tatum back in the same lineup, but man, Jaylen, just Carson Edwards took over late too as a fun side note. To the Magic, just dreadful offense in the fourth quarter. They had something like 4 points in the first 8-ish minutes, and after the game, Clifford said, it was surprisingly, the worst part of the fourth quarter was giving up so many fast break points. It was like really odd to hear that, like when you're only scoring, 4 points in 8 minutes or whatever it was. He said they really struggled with switching, so they rematched today. So we'll see if they can run a different kind of offense to maybe anticipate more switching, more off-ball stuff to get them going there. Missing Aaron Gordon, probably back-to-back related, you would think. But they missed him badly today because Cole Anthony really can't carry a scoring burden without additional ball handlers. Jordan Bone was at the backup big again. Great game early from Gary Clark, too. He would look at a big playing time again if Aaron Gordon misses this one. Great win for the Hornets. After the game, James Borrego said he was impressed with the defense, and Miles Bridges was the key. And he also mentioned, kind of a side note, that he liked Cody Zeller off the bench. So he may stick off the bench. And he also, he may start Miles Bridges. Kind of, I don't know, something that Keith said that caught my eye. Obviously, great game from Gordon Hayward. P.J. Washington continues to produce the defensive stats. The Hornets are playing pretty good ball right now. Oh, Wizards. It's been a while since they played, 100 days or whatever it was. Just kidding. But Bradley Beal didn't play well in the first half. He described his first half play as, quote, ass. And Russell Westbrook said, "I'm definitely not where I need to be in all aspects. I just got to be better and get my S word together." Oh, fun. Alex Len was the backup big man. Still no Mo Wagner, Davis Bertans as well. So we'll see how those guys fit. But this team needs some help big time. Jordan Bell got some garbage time minutes as well. No Trae Young with back spasms and had his back wrapped during the game. Clint Capella has a hand injury. They didn't play. Put a Kongwu in the first unit. Also got Rajon Rondo in starting lineup. And we saw some non-center lineups. 4 minutes of the Hunter Gallo power forward center combo. 3 minutes of Gallo with an even smaller lineup around him. So this guy kind of comes back to what Lloyd Pierce said back in the preseason, where he'll play Gallo and Hunter at the 5 when Capella misses games, and he did. So, keep an eye on that. Cam Reddish is really struggling. DeAndre Hunter, man, just a baller. Again, much like Jaylen, just improving in so many areas. Talked about it last week in a column. He looks legit, man. He's really been attacking. Props to you if you drafted Hunter or picked him up. The talented Mr. Quickley, Mr. RQ, Emmanuel Quickley, career high at 31, played the whole fourth. Really went blow for blow with Dame, just hit tough shots, 8 of 8 from the line, 6 really, really clutch free throws as he got fouled on 2 threes. You love to see it. Sign me up, baby. I think Quickley can do well. Also worth noting that Alec Burks played well. Cut into R.J. Barrett's playing time after Barrett had a pretty good week coming into it overall. Julius Randle had 2 really big steals late that cost me one of my lineups. But, Quickley really the star of the show here, and I'm certainly buying. I've been buying since the preseason. And then not too much to add on the Blazers. Robert Covington really struggling with the shot, had neck spasms did return. Anthony Simons did close from a bit of it over Rodney Hood. That's noteworthy as well. Gary Trent Jr. hasn't quite got it going. Dame was on fire to start this game, finished with a big line, 39 points. What else is new? 66 straight free throws, franchise record too for Dame Dolla. That's going to do it. You guys take care. Catch you tomorrow.